Do you have the White Claws?
Yeah. I can remember. No, but those are the shotgun ones.
Yeah, okay. I just want it.
Okay.
Ready? Trouble poking the hole.
We'll do it. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. And we're live.
We're live.
I mean, we're not live, but we're live.
Did you crack the thing?
Crack.
Oh, shit.
Crack. Welcome back, fellow neighbors, to another episode of the unofficial podcast of the 956. It's season 2, episode 4.
Yeah.
If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, we're glad to have you with us. Also, make sure you watch us on YouTube so you can put a face to our names.
And I am back. What is up, guys? I missed you guys last week. I sold my soul to retail, but today I'm here to give you the quality that y'all deserve.
Yeah.
Mike's over here, buddy.
Yes, Max.
Yeah. But look over there. Look, speaking to here, but look over there.
I miss y'all.
So yes, also we're Your Neighbor's Garage on YouTube, Your Neighbor's G on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, and Garage Society Co on Instagram. Ow! I mean, we also, this episode, we got Fonz back in the studio, but we have our first ever interview.
Yay.
We have a special guest. We have Selina in the house, and
Yay.
she's a bartender at the famous bar.
Hell yeah.
Nito.
Great fucking bar.
The best
Everybody
bar
loves that
ever.
bar.
It is about to go to the championship in our bracket. So just in case you all did not know, we've had this Twitter poll running for the past 3 days. We're in the semifinals right now.
Yep.
We have Barnito against
TKO.
Right now, it's against AJ's.
Barnito is against who right now? In the semifinals.
AJ's.
Okay. And then we have House of Whiskey against TKO in the other side.
Nice.
It looks like it's going to be Barnito versus TKO, which is actually, in our personal opinion,
Accurate?
Accurate?
I don't know about that one.
I mean, for you, because you've only gone to TKO once.
Yeah.
But with us, honestly, our Sunday, before COVID, our Sunday routines for Gus and I were to go to Barnito to pregame and stuff like that. And then once 12 o'clock hit, after happy hour at Barnito, because happy hour is, I believe, at 11, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it was at 11. Once we got our happy hour beers in, guess what? We're going from 12 to 2. TKO.
Sure.
So,
Nice.
for vodka Red Bull. So I feel like this is kind of accurate. We'll see. I don't know.
I'm excited.
I'm excited because I feel like Barnito can win the championship, but then I feel like, TKO
They should come
is
back.
going to
Yeah.
go and fucking
And if you haven't
beat their
voted,
ass.
go on Twitter and vote right now.
Yes, vote right now. We still have, I believe, 3 hours left.
Yeah.
3 hours left, so...
Again, this isn't live.
This isn't live.
It's
we have
live in my heart.
3 hours left in the semifinals.
In the semifinals.
Yes, okay.
Well, whatever time this gets posted.
Yes, okay.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure it'll be in time for the finals. So go
Nice.
vote for the finals if you're listening to
So-
this.
Yeah.
Right now is the second time we do this. We're going to take a break from trivia. We're going to do our competition of the White Claw. Who won last time? Was it Fonz?
Fonz
Fonz
won.
because we were dripping.
It was
Okay. So our judge right now is going to be Selina.
Nice.
Last time was who? Orly. So
Orly.
now it's going to be Selina. We have a special... Yes, I
fucking do
actually
it.
need to crack this thing
Yeah, I
right
need
now.
to- I need help.
Do you have my key?
Oh, God.
Your keys are right
Yeah, your
here.
keys are over here.
How was it you do where you don't get the air bubble?
Okay.
Or
You gotta find it. You gotta, feel it out at the bottom.
Check it
I think I
out.
found it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you see how the opening is right here? Point that down. The air bubble's right here.
There you go.
Yo, this thing
Just
busts.
straight physics lesson right there. Are you doing it
I
correct?
don't want to pop it. I failed physics.
Are
you
you doing
doing
for me? Because I don't want to pop it.
Okay.
Cover your eyes.
Yeah. Because last time
Oh,
I
shit.
popped it.
I'm scared.
Damn, Gus just went for it.
Yeah, that's what I didn't want to do.
Holy dudes, perfect.
Not bad.
Make the
Is
hole.
that big enough?
Nah, a little wider on top.
Mom, you do mine too?
There. I'm gonna make all the holes that size.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, I can't even. I can't even open it.
Okay, then give that one to Fonz.
Yeah. Because I think you should
I know,
put the
'cause
top.
You
Open,
don't have.
yeah,
you
the
don't
top.
have
Everyone has
nails.
long nails.
Bro, this thing
Oh, it's
already
bite my
broken.
nails. Okay, you're good.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
this is not gonna work.
So there's not much of a shotgun competition right now, you guys, but we're doing our best.
Okay.
This is not gonna work. But go on.
Fuck
I'm
it.
gonna lose. I already feel it. A la madre.
All right.
Okay.
Ready?
1,
2, 3.
Fuck yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Damn! Bunch got that one, dude. Hell yeah.
Again?
Are we dripping?
Oh, dude. No. Buzz, you got anything, bro? Come on, guys. Come on. Nah,
I swear,
dude.
I really thought I didn't have
dripped the
anything.
least.
Who dripped the most?
You might have.
I think Fonz might. Yeah.
Two-time
After-
champion,
yeah,
baby. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Sucks to suck, don't it?
Okay. Okay, guys, so...
Bro, you gotta learn how to fucking open cans, bro.
Okay, so right now,
Back to my regular
our
white
very
claw.
first interview.
Excuse me.
Excuse me again.
Everybody.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by burps. Okay, so we're going to do our
That's not a
very
bad
first
idea.
interview. So this week, it's kind of like our official bar week, our bar club
Bar's the
week.
theme, right?
And our goal was
Nice.
to interview a bartender from our local bars.
Oh, yeah.
And why not go to my favorite bar, which is Barnito.
Hell yeah.
You always catch me there.
I mean, it's not because you're here that we're saying
Yeah.
that.
I believe it, dude.
Pre-COVID, during COVID, post-COVID, that's the place to be. Okay, so we have a couple questions for you. So.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so introduce yourself. Who are you?
Well, my name is Selina. I'm a bartender at Bartender. I've been there since it opened like a year ago. It's only been open for a year.
Wow.
And it's fucking bumping for a bar. It's been open for
Was
a
it
year.
That's
July
That's
something?
insane.
Huh?
Was it July or?
No, dude, it opened. We had our soft opening in February and then like our official in March.
Okay.
So like we literally like right when COVID hit is when like we had our like 1 year anniversary and then 2 weeks later it was like, okay, shut down.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it sucks. But yeah, so I've been there since it opened, and I mean I've been bartending for a long time, so that's pretty.
Okay,
much
so
right.
we have some
Have you
questions for that.
bartended before?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I started bartending when I was
have you
18.
bartended?
I was at a franchise restaurant. I don't know if I can say it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
You
cool.
were at Roadhouse, right?
Yes, I was.
see
I
you
was at fucking
Roadhouse,
Texas
yes.
Roadhouse. Yeah, I bartended there. I started at 18, and then I left. I was there for 6 years, and I started at Barney though.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Wow,
I was there for a
6
long,
years.
dude. I was there
Shit.
for a long ass time. Shit.
So what? Now you're what? 20.
I'm 26. I just turned
26.
26. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So we have a question. Like,
Yeah.
what made you want to become a bartender? I mean, you're 18 years old, so off the bat, graduating high school,
Yeah.
you're a bartender. What's up with that?
So I didn't even, it wasn't me wanting to be one. It was more like my boss was like, once you're 18, you're going in the bar. Because he loved like this like dynamic I had with one of my friends. So he was like, both of y'all are going in that fucking bar. So once because I started working at Texas Roadhouse when I was 16. And when I was 18, they were like, okay, serve, know the menu. I knew the menu for about 6 months. And
Yeah.
they're like, okay, now go into the bar. So then I started bartending there, and it just went on and on and on until I left.
So you're like how a lot of restaurant bartenders do it is they
You were a
start out as a
bartender,
server at Montana Mike's.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I
Nice.
started the same way. I was a server, and they're like, "Hey, I think it's based on your appeal, how good of a server
Dude,
you are."
same, 100%.
So then you go, and they're like, "Hey, we need you as a bartender." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm a guy. Like, what do you mean?" But it's Montana
I'm a
Mike's.
guy.
So, but no, but I mean, I understand. It's
Yeah.
when it comes to restaurants, it's based on trust. It's
Yeah,
different. There's a different
100%.
vibe from like real bars where a lot of those people have experience, but a lot of those people that are bartenders in real clubs, they started off as restaurant bartenders
wow.
because the you kind of got to practice into it. So that's a perfect place to practice from a server to a bartender.
Because
And
correct me
that's
if
when
I'm
you
wrong,
start-
but you can steal a lot of money from as a bartender.
Oh,
so
hell
what you
yeah.
said about
Oh,
trust
word?
is totally
No,
Yeah,
I don't
you-
condone
you-
it, right?
money.
But like, yeah.
yeah, like
you-
it's
you-
very
yeah.
easy to start siphoning money out of the whatever institution you're in or whatever or business you're in
Yeah.
as a bartender. So what you said about trust kind of does make sense.
Oh yeah,
No.
100%. Yeah, that box is yours for the whole entire night. So like,
and
Yeah.
to trust an 18-year-old. I mean, I did at 19. I did at 19, but it was. I feel like my restaurant that I was in didn't get as much traffic as hers, especially in a place where Texas Roadhouse, where they influence you to sell alcohol all the time.
oh, how,
You
how
know
do you
me? I
know?
think- What?
How do you know?
He's an
Because
alcoholic.
I go to Texas
Dude, yeah,
Roadhouse.
we push that alcohol. We
No,
push those
because,
sales, bro.
no, because it's a place where you can put that extra alcohol, that tube,
yeah.
that little flask or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
it's called.
The
Yeah, and Montana
kicker.
Mike's is like, okay, sell the beers. That's
Yeah.
it. Like,
The onion, the onion cauliflower thing, whatever that
The
thing
blossom,
is.
bro.
The blossom. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I live for
So-
that thing. I think about that thing.
So I guess you were kind of. Was there something that made you want to be a bartender? I know it was kind of forced upon you. But
Yeah.
What did you look forward to it?
Well,
or?
I did because I get bored super fast, and I feel like as a bartender, you always have something to do. Even when it's slow, you always have something something fucking to do. Whether it be like restocking the beer, cleaning the kegs, or moving shit around, cleaning the well. Like, there's always something to do. And like, the thing is, I've tried other jobs where there's not much like interaction with people, because after a while you get tired of people, right? I mean, you all are in retail, right? And then you used to be in the server, dude. No, you get tired of people. So I tried a job where I didn't get to interact with people so much, and I went crazy. I went nuts. I lasted like 4 weeks, and I bounced. Like, I couldn't. So, like, I need that. I need, like, that
interaction.
I do.
I feel that too.
Yeah.
Like, I've been working retail for a long time, right? And I feel like that need to, like, I need to talk to somebody or I go crazy.
Yeah, you get fucking bored.
And I feel like bartenders are social butterflies.
Yeah.
You got to be.
Imagine being, like, an awkward person that's a bartender.
You don't last, I assume.
You won't make very good tips.
No. So, I guess going back to it, right? I guess working in a restaurant is kind of like the training grounds to turn into, like, a real bartender.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of like the level 1 and the level 2 is, like, the real bars. Like,
I think if you go to like the main clubs and bars, you ask them what their job before was, and they'll probably tell you as a server at a restaurant.
100%.
Like Chili's, Logan's, all the usual shit.
Yeah,
Like you graduate from there to like real bars.
I mean, it's kind of like practice.
Like, there's actually like colleges where you can go to like take classes in bartending, but it's kind of like when people do that for tattoos, like people don't really respect that.
Yeah,
it's more like, you know, apprenticeship under somebody. You know what I mean?
The grind.
So, yeah, exactly. So it's more like they appreciate you more when you're in the service industry as opposed to going to like a bartending college where it's kind of like after 6 months you get a certificate. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's like you're basically learning just how to make drinks, but you're not learning the experience and how to.
It's different 100%. On textbook in person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you think it's still useful to do that though? Like maybe not like socially amongst other bartenders, but you yourself as a bartender, if you would have gone to that college, do you think you would have maybe come up with some different set of skills?
No.
I love the honesty.
I'm asking because I have no idea.
Yeah, no, I think if anything, they show you like common like bar drinks, you know? But other than that, like, there's nothing compared to being in the bar, like, on a fucking Saturday night at fucking 1 a.m. and it's just fucking packed and you gotta make, like, fucking 7-8 drinks at the same time and people have their money way in front of you. It's nothing compared to that. Yeah. So, like, maybe, like, drink knowledge, maybe, but, like, as far as, like, actually bartending, no. That's not at all. For sure.
Okay, so we're kind of trying to get in with the times right now. So we have a question. How has COVID affected your job? We always hear how COVID affects all this stuff, but then we have people going back to work. But guess who's not going back to work?
Not me.
Our bartenders. People that
so the place you like to get fucked up.
That motherfucker outside.
How has COVID affected your job?
Dude, it's sad. Like, so, like, we got closed down. We got shut down because of the whole coronavirus. And then March, April, May, June. About 3 months, we were out of a job. And then in June, we were allowed to open up again, I guess. And we lasted for, like, 2 weeks.
We were there. All 2 weeks.
And we were there.
I remember y'all were like, we're going to the beach. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh,
yeah. But no, yeah, so, like, 2 weeks. And then we got, like, shut down again. So, like, it's hard. Like, it's hard to get yourself adjusted as a bartender and then, like, the guests adjusted, you know? Because nobody's used to, like, when you go in with a bar with a group of friends, you want to be with your friends. It's not like, okay, you got to be only 6 feet apart.
We had that experience.
Yeah, and no bartender, you got a server and, like, all this stuff. Like, it was hard for both ends, for the bartenders and the guests. So, like, it was hard to get adjusted with, but at the end of the day, like, it didn't work out.
Yeah, because I remember how we're like a group of people, and then the security guard was like, "Hey, y'all are more than 12, so y'all need to split."
Yeah.
And
Who
so
the fuck wants to split? Yeah.
I know it killed my vibe so much,
dude. For sure.
I was on the other side of the bar.
You're like 6 feet away.
Yeah,
and then another thing, you can't go up to the bar either.
Yeah.
So, like, you gotta wait for somebody to come up to you.
Yeah,
you know?
and that sucks. Yes, because I did wait a long time for some. But then it's weird because there's some bars that do like enforce those rules that the governor had placed.
Yeah.
But then so you had left early. It was that day he left Nito early, and then we went to AJ's. At AJ's, they didn't give a fuck. They did not care. Social distancing. What's that?
Did not. I think there was like stickers on the floor, but no one paid attention to that. You know?
Guilty of going there during, but
No, it's fine. Okay, so it goes to our next question.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so when do you think it's appropriate to reopen bars, since thousands of bar employees all over the state are unemployed?
Mm-hmm.
So when do you think it's appropriate to reopen? Do you think we should stay open, or we should wait a little longer? Like, what's your take on this?
So as far as Laredo is concerned, I've been seeing, like, on the Webb County, like, Instagram page, that numbers have been going down, you know what I mean? But not by much. There's still at least 3,000 people who are infected. So until those numbers are like significantly down, like I'm talking about like 50 people, then I feel like it's safe to
like 50 people a day.
Even less than that, man. Like, cause I mean, it's hard because a lot of young people really don't give a shit, you know?
Yeah.
So
because it's not really affecting them.
No, you know, they're like, I'm young, I'm not, you know, I don't have pre-existing conditions or whatever the fuck. But like, I feel like when the number is like super down, we'd be able to open up, but at the same restrictions when we started in June. Like 25%, 6 feet apart, no groups more than 6, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. But I feel like that's going to be a while from now.
Yeah, that's weird because we see, like I've seen personally, like there's bar owners literally protesting in Austin right now.
Yeah, I've seen that too, dude.
Reopen bars. I mean, we understand that. Like they put their heart and soul into opening a business. Yeah. Right? So whenever they're told to close down, they're like, no, like there's a bunch of bars that have closed down permanently because they can't take the, I guess, that hit. That hit. Yeah,
no, like our bar, like it took 3 years for our bosses to open that place up.
And that scares me. And that scares me. That scares me because I know that if we stay like this longer, there's going to be some of our favorite bars that close down forever.
It took them 3 years to open that place up, and then within a year, it's like getting closed down, you know? Yeah. So, like, it's fucking...
And there's some bartenders I've seen on social media who are like, no, we need to open now and stuff like that. So it's good to see, like, I know there's different opinions. There's different opinions between all 5 of us.
Oh, yeah,
like,
sure.
There's takes on him where they're...
Just get in the frame, man.
Yeah, just get in the frame.
If you don't know, Orly, he also works at bar, you know. He's
the bar back. He's the bar back. The bareback and the bar back.
The bareback, bar back with the feather earring.
And I put him on.
And his job is affected too.
He's affected too.
He's affected too. So I know there's opinions like me. Me, it's different where I'm like, dude, just fucking open up.
We're consumers.
Yeah,
we don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. Just open up. If you don't want to go to a bar, then don't go to a bar. Yeah, that's my take. But it's nice that we have that, I guess, what's called civil discourse, where we can discuss our opinions and respect each other's opinions on what it is. Because I feel like right now, if you see on Twitter, if you have a different opinion from someone else, or you're getting attacked.
Dude, you'll get shut down, dude. They'll fucking dox you. They'll fucking take out your fucking...
Yeah, I'm scared.
Where you live, your family,
you support reopening? Fuck you. I'm going to tell your employer.
They send you to the shadow realm. Like, you're gone.
Yeah, it's true.
To the gulags.
Cancel culture, bro. That's what it is.
But I pray we open bars as soon as possible. I mean, we need to be safe out there. I feel like if we want to be open, if we want to open bars, we need to be responsible and wear a mask.
When you say as soon as possible, you don't mean right now.
No, I do.
You mean literally as soon as possible.
No, I mean, like I said, my opinion is right now, and I'm willing to wear a mask there. Right?
With a straw, bro.
With a straw. If that means reopening needles, you know, helping out our economy, then that's yes. But like I said, there's people with different opinions, and I respect that. So I have another question. Have you ever had a Karen moment where someone? I mean, I know you probably had that as a server at Texas Roadhouse
100%.
1,000 times. But at Barnito, have you ever had that Karen moment?
I think like. When it came to like the corona and the rules that we had implemented, for sure, every day there was somebody who was like, it's a bar. I'm going to go up to the bar. I'm going to set the bar. We had caution tape, guys, like legit, like fucking police tape. Yeah. People wouldn't give a fuck, dude. They'd come up and they'd be like, hey, y'all got beers? Like, of course we fucking do. It's a bar. Like, you know what I mean? But no, like people didn't give a shit. So when it came to like corona, I think like they came out in fucking droves. But, like, you know, every so often, no, because I feel like a lot of people respect us in a sense that we try to befriend our guests.
But before, was there one Karen moment?
Not in Nido. In Texas Roadhouse, yes, but not at Nido.
Okay, so this isn't just your Barnito experience, it's also your Texas Roadhouse experience. So did you have a Karen moment? Tell us about your Karen moment at Texas Roadhouse.
Okay, so Ponch, maybe you know this, but like the 2 p.m. rush on Sundays, the church people are shit, bro.
They're the worst.
They're shit.
That's hilarious.
From praising God to fucking being the devil. Yes.
No, dude, they're fucking assholes. And I remember I had this family, and it was fucking packed on a Sunday. And they had ordered their food, whatever. And I texted Roadhouse, there's a rule. Like, after 15 minutes, you check the kitchen, be like, hey, what's holding up with the food? So this lady was like, it's been 15 minutes. Like, where's my food? I went to the kitchen. They're like, oh, it's going to take a little longer. Because there was about 6 people. And it was, super jammed packed. So I told her, and she was complaining the whole way through. And then, like, 10 minutes later, I'm, like, rushing through the kitchen, and I finally get their food out, and I'm fucking hauling ass to their table, and she sees me, and I see her, and I'm like, bitch, I got your fucking food, And she tells her whole family, she's like, okay, let's go. So as I'm walking to the table, they get up and they leave, bro. They get up and they fucking left. And I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, it took 30 minutes to get my food. I'm not going to fucking eat here. I don't know what the fuck. She left like a terrible review, like on Yelp or some bullshit like that. Yeah. And it ruined my fucking day because, like, it sucks, It sucks when people treat you like that. But I see her every now and then. And I'm kind of like, I remember you, bitch.
Dude, but that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah,
like
right.
Yeah.
Like,
your food is right there.
Like,
your onion loaf is ready.
Like, you waited 30 minutes, and then you're like, nah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go somewhere else and
wait
another 30 minutes.
And wait another 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, dude, it was, and it, like, right in my face. I was devastated. I was like, oh, fuck, like, whatever.
I would have started eating the food.
Dude, no, I cried. I was like, fuck that bitch. Rude, she hurt my feelings, dude. Yeah.
Okay, so this isn't in my pre-made questions.
Wait, no, I want to ask something. Because you said you didn't have a Karen moment at Nido. But
we've seen it. We witnessed one.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
When it comes to me, though?
No, not to you.
Okay.
I remember we witnessed one. You were there, and you were there.
Oh, shit.
We witnessed a Karen moment when it came to Nido, when it was, the whole quarantine, and we went, and y'all had police tape on the bar, the inside bar, right? And one gentleman walks in, and he goes up to the bar, and I believe Orly had told him, like, oh, sir, you can't lean on the bar. And he's like, can I put my foot on the bar? and Orly was like, I
remember that guy. Yes, it was in the food hall. It was in the food hall.
This guy,
you were the server.
Really?
You were a server.
Damn.
He wanted to touch the bar at all costs. Like, he didn't care what it was. He just wanted to put his foot, his hand, something.
Was it the guy that you guys thought was weird?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know which guy you're talking about.
Was it Victor?
Some guy that he was making conversation with me, right? That one that I thought he was cool, but you guys were like, nah.
Yeah, like, because the way it goes is pretend like this is the bar. Pretend this is 6 feet away.
We're a distance.
We're just chilling back here. We're waiting. I think we were waiting on Rob to get there or something. But then there's this guy. We're the only ones in the food hall.
I remember y'all being there. That's when y'all were like, we're going to the beach.
Yeah, like,
we're planning on doing the beach episode.
Yeah.
That's still happening eventually.
That's still happening, but yeah.
So we were it was just us two and that guy. And I'm like, okay, why the hell is he still here? Like, he got his drink already. Like, who's he waiting for? I guess he's Orly's friend or whatever. And then later on, we find out that Orly didn't really know him.
I didn't.
But he's there like at the fucking thing, like trying to lean up against the bar.
Nobody's touching it, bro.
We're like away from it, like, and he sees that, and like he's still there. And then I think Orly tells him like, "Hey, back away from the bar," or the security tells him to back away from the bar.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, can I put my foot on the bar?"
Like you were so adamant on touching the bar for some reason that
dude.
he needed to fucking feel like I need to touch this bar.
Yeah.
No, but I was gonna ask about a Karen moment. I was gonna say like, okay, have you like how many? No. What's like the most like embarrassing drunk person that you've experienced?
Oh, dude.
Without saying names. With
no names or whatever.
It's always girls, bro. It's always.
And that actually goes to my
girls,
next
bro.
question.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Well, go for
Girls that sit on the fucking stools like this. We have these exact stools, dude, and they'll fucking fall and eat shit. They'll eat shit. They'll fall on the other tables, and they'll get up like nothing happened, and they're like whatever, and they're all fucking wet, and they'll sit back down.
And they'll have the audacity to be like, "Can I have another drink?"
Dude, honestly.
Cut her off.
Yeah.
Like, that's funny because my next question is, have you ever had to cut someone off?
Oh.
And then how do they react to that though?
It depends on people. Okay, so I remember like when we cut. Y'all know Jan, right?
Yeah.
Jan. Okay, we cut off. Jan got cut off one night. He was super cool with it.
Yeah.
Like
Yo,
super
but
like.
you guys know him. He's a great guy.
Yeah, we love
He's
Jan.
amazing.
So when they're cool with us, they're super accepting. But when usually it's like the older guys, who are like, oh, like I can drink so much. Like, I don't know what the fuck. It's like, bro, like I can't. Like you're clearly drunk. I can smell the alcohol on you.
They're drooling.
Like
and
yeah,
everything.
dude, no, like shitty ass people, and they'll
It's
fucking.
basically not the regulars.
Yeah, never the regulars. It's always like people that you've never seen before that are clearly drunk, and they're usually like older dudes who are,
Machismo.
like you don't know how much I can fucking drink. Like I've had a girl, one of our coworkers, cut off somebody, And they told her, like, you're like fucking 12. You can't tell me what to do. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, that's not how it works, you know? And we always try to be like, oh, like, we care about you. We don't want you driving home drunk,
Here's
you know, whatever.
water.
Yeah, and they won't
Please
fucking...
leave.
Yeah, and they won't fucking
Here's an
appreciate
Uber.
it.
No,
Yeah, dude,
no,
we'll
there's an
call
Uber.
Ubers.
Give me water.
That's the thing.
Have you ever had to
We
do that
guys,
before?
Oh, yeah.
Call
We
Uber?
take away
call
keys and
Ubers
call
on
Ubers.
our own money.
Mhm.
And like obviously we will get reimbursed, but it's literally on our own money at first. Like,
Because not only
Because
that,
you can get they might sue you if
Oh,
if
dude, they
go-
can arrest
yeah,
us, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they can,
'cause
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
there's something called dram shop clause or dram shop laws or whatever.
Mhm.
If someone leaves the bar, like if someone leaves a bar and they get into an accident
It's on us.
and they're drunk, it's
No
on you
way.
guys.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if it's on the individual bartender or on the bar itself.
I
Like
think
the
it might
owner.
be on the bartender.
Yeah.
Yes, I learned this. I
Yes. I think look it up. It's called dram
Yes.
shop clause.
And
Yeah.
we actually had a
Clause.
debate about
the
that
bar
in
will
the
probably get
police
fined.
academy about
we'll
that.
Lose our
Damn.
Actually.
we'll lose our license.
Yeah.
To serve alcohol,
Mhm.
and
Everybody gets affected, but the person going to jail is the person who served the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
I know. I've had debates about this. Yes,
Oh, shit.
Where the people that the bartender shouldn't go to jail. That obviously that person chose to drive behind the wheel and kill someone or drive drunk. So yes, I've
Yeah.
had that debate before. So okay, so I mean you're pretty experienced. You've been doing it for what, 8 years?
Yeah.
Just 8 years. So how has bartending played a significant role in your life? I mean, it's a lifestyle now. It's 8 years
Oh,
of your
dude,
life.
it's a fucking lifestyle,
a
bro.
third of your
Mhm,
life. So
yeah.
how has it played a significant role?
I think I have like tougher skin for sure. Like it's easier not pull up like with somebody's bullshit. Also, like just like technical everyday life, my sleep schedule's fucked. Like it's something else. And I think when I started bartending, I know I was a little more like shy, but like at Needler, you're kind of forced to get out of that. Like that zone, dude, 100%. So like you see people like come out of there, their shell and stuff. So I mean, I've been out of it for a while, but an actual bar is different from like a franchise. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was like one of the big things when I started working there. Also, like you just kind of don't give a fuck about like what people think of you. You know, you're cutting off people who are fucking 60 years old. Like you're not scared of shit. You know?
Yeah.
Like there's this one time where this one girl got into a fight and she was jacked. She fucking looked like Brock Lesnar. She was fucking
I love Brock
huge. Were you there early?
Suplex City.
Dude, no, dude.
She looked like Melina.
Dude, she pissed me off because she took like our bosses. Y'all know our bosses. Like they're the
Yeah.
best bosses you can ever fucking ask for. She got like their framed
I
plaque
know who you're talking about.
and she fucking threw it on the ground.
Yes, I
dude.
know who you're talking
She
Your what
threw
plaque?
it. It was like
It was a framed plaque of like
when we first opened.
Oh, like from the city, like the Chamber of Commerce
Yeah,
set
yeah,
plaques?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
And she got it from the wall and she fucking threw it on the ground. And I lost my shit. I was like,
Wait.
you know what? Like,
Why did
It's
she
on
do
site.
this?
because she was mad. She was just mad because, like, somebody was, like, hitting on her friend or something. And she's like, guys ain't shit, whatever the fuck. So she was, like, letting out her anger. We have, like, these little, like, plants in the middle. She was throwing those on the ground. She threw my boss's plaques on the ground. I was like, okay, you can
That's
fuck with me.
disrespectful, bro.
But when you're messing with my bosses who took forever to get this place open, who are super open to, like, they're cool with everybody who goes in there, you know? They know all y'all. They know people by name.
I love
They
Jaime.
interact. Dude, fuck yeah. Jaime carries that shit on his back. So I was, like, livid, you know? So I went there. I was like, I don't give a fuck how big this bitch is. Like, I'm going to fucking block her, dude. So I was, like, in front of her, and I was like, you gotta leave. She's like, you don't understand. That's my fucking friend. I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, you gotta leave. So eventually security came and saved my ass because she probably would have, like, body slammed me. Honestly, dude. She was huge. So they, like, escorted her out or whatever. But, like, I mean... You definitely, tougher skin is like, for sure, 100%.
Have you ever had like a server nightmare or a bartender nightmare? I remember I used to have
Oh,
server
stress
nightmares,
dreams,
so
bro.
I'm like asleep, but it's like you have a dream where it's going crazy, like can't control
Dude,
anything.
stress dreams, 100%.
Yeah.
Where the dude.
I it was Halloween.
It was only you and Hector, bro.
Halloween. It was Barnito, me, and Hector were the only ones there. I think someone called in.
I was there.
We were there.
I was there.
Okay, we were all there.
Everyone and their mother was there, and like someone called in. I forgot who it was, and we're like, nah, we got it. Yeah, we're good. We're cool. Nah, bro, we didn't have that. Like it was one of the busiest. It was one of the busiest days Barnito has ever had.
Oh yeah.
And it was literally just 2 people in the main bar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was
And
your first Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Halloween is big on Laredo.
Oh
Yeah.
hell
Oh,
yeah, dude.
And
I
it was
was
Rudy
shit.
at the sidebar.
Mhm.
Yo, Rudy, bro. Okay, Rudy's a Marine. First of all, yo, this guy said, "Everyone get in a line." Like, yo, because it was that packed. you don't know.
Like, he started commanding shit.
Your next name, so what? Like you.
He went full
Everyone,
drill
he
sergeant
made
mode.
people get in a line.
Yeah.
Yes, drill sergeant.
And me and Hector, bro, yes, we do. We got
really?
a bunch of shit told on us. We're like, oh, you're slow, you're this. I'm like, dude, it's just us two.
Yeah.
I give you a badass tip that night.
Dude, I don't remember.
all $5.
But no, that was my nightmare dream.
That's
It
crazy.
was
Nah,
really
dude.
bad.
So
Stress
In
dreams are
reality,
real.
Yes.
Shit.
no.
So I'm sure you've tasted like dozens of different drinks, maybe even hundreds of different drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to know, from a bartender's perspective, what's your favorite drink to make and what's your favorite beer?
Well,
Because we are a beer podcast.
yeah.
So
like
As you drink White Claws.
No, dude, I'm drinking hot Modelo, bro.
Well, I guess I'm drinking White Claws.
Cheers.
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 Not you,
Cheers.
Orly.
Cheers.
Not you, Orly. Not you, Gus.
what's your favorite drink to make?
Dude, Danny got the bar on the fucking White Claw. So if you have anyone to blame for that, that's fucking Danny.
Nice.
But
If we have anyone to thank for that.
yeah, okay, yeah. True. Yeah, dude, those shit that flies off the shelves. But like for me, as far as beer, like just because it's my personal favorite, I like IPAs. I especially like double IPAs. So like, I know you're not a fan.
Rodeo
Dude.
Clown.
It tastes like so.
Rodeo Clown is my
It's like if I get Dove soap and put it in my mouth.
Oh man.
To me, it's a
Yo, that's good though.
You have to get
Tony, you don't
into
do
it.
that?
There's light IPAs that like.
But like, what's your
Yeah,
favorite?
dude.
No, but what's your favorite beer?
Mine
Like,
is for sure,
specific.
hands down, a Faria from Lorelei Brewing Company in Corpus. It's a double IPA. Super
Okay.
good. My favorite.
So what's your favorite drink to make?
My favorite drink to make, probably
Water.
no, probably the Paloma, just because that shit, everybody loves it. And that's something that, like, we make every morning. You know, we gotta peel the fucking grapefruits and put the cinnamon, the rosemary, and stuff like that. So that's more
nice.
like, it's our like, our little stamp on that drink.
There's a sense of pride. when
Oh,
it comes
yeah,
into
dude.
making the
Nobody
drink.
makes it like us, because we put that extra attention on it.
We literally ferment it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Mhm.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So do you
I didn't know that.
Okay, so I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
So you work like at Barnito's Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
So when do you have time to go to other bars?
Oh yeah.
Dude, okay, let me tell you, that's the thing that sucks, because when my friends come from, I have a lot of friends live out of town.
Okay.
So when they come into town, it's always like, oh, we hear about Barnito. It's everywhere. Let's fucking go. That's kind of like, I'm down. I love that place. I love my bar. But the thing is, we as employees are only allowed 2 drinks. 2 drinks. So like, you're stuck drinking a fucking warm ass beer or like a watered down like cocktail. So that's usually like the pregame spot for my friends and I. But before like the coronavirus hit and stuff like that, I was making my way to downtown Draft House. That place is super chill. Like if you like the
Downtown Draft House?
Is that in Laredo?
It's right next to Siete
Siete Banderas.
I had the patio in the front.
Yes,
right?
and in the back.
It's
Yeah.
You know why I remember that bar? Because I took a shit and I thought Rob and Gus were right outside the door, right?
Okay.
So when I opened the door, I was like,
This is why we believe.
Honestly.
so when I opened the door, I'm thinking it's Rob and Gus. I was gonna go. I went, shitter's clogged, boys. It was a bunch of bikers, and they all started fucking laughing, bro.
Nice.
Yes, I know where it kind of looks like a little restaurant.
It's
Yeah.
It's a house.
The literal house.
It's a
Yeah,
house.
dude.
Oh, yeah, we had a whole conversation about that last episode on the whole downtown
Mm-hmm.
We did?
shit. Yes, I think. Okay, so you have any other questions?
Oh,
I guess.
That pertain to me.
I guess-
Dang a little earring.
What's I know we talked about like the nightmares. So let's talk about the positive shit. So what's the best bar patron you've all ever had?
and why is it me?
Dude. Nice again.
No bias here. We want to know.
No, go on.
I think it depends on who you're asking. For me, there's this guy named Bondoc who we all
I was gonna say
He's
Bondoc.
gangster as fuck, but he's so nice. He's so chill. He'll show up by himself. He'll like interact with us. Love him to death. And then there's this other one. We call him Profe. He was a professor, I think, at LCC. He's Dr. Valle. Love that guy, just because I'm biased and my degrees are in like political science and history. That's what he taught. So I love talking to that man. Like that man, he's an older man. He's like in his 50s or 60s, and he'll show up by himself. He'll stay there for the rest of the night, and like he'll talk to everybody, and he'll make friends with the people next to him, behind him, with him. Like such a sweetheart. So it's usually the people that come by themselves and like who are like genuine. You know what I mean? So definitely Profe and Bondoc, dude. Bondoc is amazing.
Bondoc, I think Bondoc got you a shot, Gus, because I was with you.
Bondoc fucking blows
Was it-
money,
No, I'm
bro.
totally lying. That was a different guy. That was a different.
I know some random guy got me a shot because we were hanging out with Nat at the time.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Was it that time?
Oh,
no, that's not Bondoc, but I know who you're talking about.
Okay, but that's not Bondoc.
No, but that guy got you a shot because I was with you.
Bondoc.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, the other guy. Oh,
no.
So,
okay.
Wasn't there a question that you thought of right now that you were going to ask her?
Yes, because you had mentioned that you and your friends pregame at Nido and then go out somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my friends, we also pregame at Nido and go out somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's the move.
Now, why do you think we're pre-gaming at one of the most expensive bars in Laredo?
Honestly, like, I think that our customer service is unmatched. Because, like, at Nido, you can actually go up and talk to us, and we'll talk to you. Like, we know people by name. Like, Gus, you're one of those, bro, that when you come in, we don't even ask for your fucking card anymore, bro.
We just
have
like you.
Gus loves to tap, like, that's it, you know? Rob, same thing. Rob Papadillo, you know? We don't need his fucking card. So, like, it's like a, like,
I'm sorry.
I would I would like to think that you guys show up there because it's the relationship you have with us
100%.
behind
And
there.
there's a cult environment when it comes to Nido.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's hard. Like, you're not going to be interacting. Like, I love fucking happy hour. I love fucking House of Whiskey. But you're not going to be interacting with them because it's very hard.
Oh, yeah,
You know?
for sure.
Because it's very packed.
They're slammed.
Mm-hmm.
The dynamic,
Yeah.
it's because, one, first
I
of
feel
all,
like to them you're just a number.
yes, that, and also Nido, and I would argue that Cultura are the
Oh,
two
hell yeah.
bars
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
where you really have time and fucking airspace to speak to people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
We love talking to you guys.
Yeah.
We love it. And like the thing is, we're your friends. We hang.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just don't serve you. We literally hang out with you outside.
But
of the
also,
bar.
Yeah.
like, a
Yeah.
lot of people, like, a lot of the other bars downtown, like, we get a lot of people during the day. Also, so that's where we make a lot of like the connections when it's not so busy and you can
That's
actually
true.
talk to them, and then they'll be like, "Okay, I'll see you later tonight." And the
Yeah.
same people come at night. You're like, "Oh shit," you know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like a lot of other bars don't get that like experience where it's the same
Yeah.
people coming during the day and then again at night.
I don't think I've ever had a conversation with a bartender from a downtown bar, ever.
No, but it's because they're structured differently.
It's
Yeah,
too
for
much
sure.
at
That's what it
night.
is.
It's
But
too much
that's
at
why
night.
that's why I like it. Like, I feel like if, let's say there was a civil war between bars in Laredo,
Okay.
where you have to back up and kill people from another bar.
alright.
Like, there's
I like this.
There's a war. There's a war going on, and they're like, hey, you have to be with the bar that you affiliate with.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Barnito.
I'll be there.
I'm gonna be there.
I'll be there.
I'll
be lined up.
I'm gonna be in the front, defending my life and dignity with Barnito.
Oh shit!
So from a personal
Yeah.
experience when it comes to the Twitter poll, where I feel like Barnito is going to the championship against TKO, another
yeah.
bar that I love.
Oh yeah,
That I love.
great.
I'll back my ass up at TKO. Guess who I'm going to vote for tomorrow in the championship?
Barnito.
Barnito.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what? And I vote for Barnito for the simple fact that I just feel like that's home.
That's
Oh hell yeah,
You know, that's
Fonz.
home. Like,
It's literally home for me. It's 2 blocks from here.
it's not home. I gotta drive over here.
Dude, I live in the South too, dude. Like I gotta fucking.
So
it's 20
the,
minute drive.
the first place we went to when they reopened the bars,
The
was
only
Barnito.
place I went to.
The only place, but
Oh, we
the
went
fir-
somewhere
we
Oh,
went
no,
somewhere
my
else.
bad, too. Oh,
But-
my bad.
The first place we went to was Barnito.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever it was supposed to be 15 days of lockdown, which is not fucking true. The fucking place were like, I can't wait to go to Nido's when this 15 days is over. Shit, I can't fucking wait to go to Nido's when this 6 months are over, dude. And I feel like no other bar has that feeling like Barnito does. I don't think there's people who are like, I can't wait to go to happy hour. I mean, there's people who are like, I can't wait to go to House of Whiskey. I can't wait to go to TKO's. But there are those few bars out there that people think, I can't wait to go. Like, my life feels empty without going to this bar. And Barnito's one of them. You go with your friends. It's your place to escape.
It's a
You
connection.
might have a problem.
No, but like, imagine someone saying that shit about vibe.
Exactly.
Like, there's some buckles that say shit about vibe.
No, but it's
Or
because
Cowboys.
it's because it's true. It's a place. I mean, that's where I respect it a lot.
Yeah.
It's a part of you where after a week of fucking stress, of working over 40 hours a week,
Of bullshit.
Damn, dude.
I want to be with my friends.
Yeah.
And guess where I want to be with my friends at?
Fucking
At
Barney
Needle.
bro.
Barnito.
I've sold
Golondrina.
t-shirts all day. I'm
Drinking-
tired of selling G-shots.
drinking-
I want to see my friends.
Drinking shots, beer, while eating a fucking quesadilla.
Mulas.
from
Oh, yeah.
Mulas, and that's at Barney. I don't experience that anywhere else,
No.
and that's why I'm voting for. That's why we wanted someone from our favorite bar to come in today
That's
and
why y'all
speak
are
to
here.
us.
Yeah. there you
Okay,
go.
so is there any other questions we have before we move on to our next subject?
No,
No,
we're already pushing 40 minutes, so
Yeah.
let's move on to the next.
I really like this interview. Our first
Yeah, no,
interview.
this is awesome.
I loved it.
Fuck it, we'll go
Nice.
longer.
I
We'll go
fucking-
longer than this.
I fucking love it. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're gonna.
You've been great, by the way.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Orly, you've been okay.
Yeah, or
Aw.
I mean, he's recurring. He's like our.
I wasn't supposed to be in here, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Aw, really?
No, but just as a testament to how cool the people from Barnilo are, me and Orly went fishing today.
And I got a bigger fish than Fonz, believe it or not.
I dive close to the treasure that I can't possess, but you know.
Actually, I think the last question I was gonna ask: have you driven by Barnilo or any place and you see it empty and you're depressed? Like, okay, so last weekend I was driving and I passed by Barnilo and I thought, wow,
It's kind of sad,
Damn.
right?
I should be here right now.
Honestly, bro, I live like I said, I live 20 minutes down south. So like I'll go maybe every like 2 or 3 weeks and check up on her. You know, make sure she's
Aw.
good. Like everything's good.
Show her a little love.
Yeah, like you know, just hey, we're good. Nobody's like sleeping
Oh,
on the
there's still
fucking
one
bed.
outside.
That's
Like,
her.
legit, like, because I have to pay my rent up there. So, like, I pass by there, I'm like, I can't wait to come back, you know?
That's why I
miss
always
it.
go to Zoomies. Like I know I don't work there anymore, but I still go by
And
because
you go
Check
behind
up on
the
it,
desk
bro.
like
Go
you
check
work
up.
there.
She's in good hands. She's in good hands.
and I still go by and I go behind the desk or whatever because I feel entitled.
Oh, we don't
I
love him,
feel
but he doesn't. Yeah.
But you know who we do love? Audio
Audio
World.
World.
Yes.
Yes, you
Go with the
heard
animated.
it. You heard it here. This is a quick message from our sponsor, Audio World. Are you tired of living life without a purpose? Do you find yourself not wanting to get out of bed in the morning? Have you ever been in a relationship that tore your heart apart without ever being able to accept the fact that love drove the pain?
Yes.
If you answered yes to any of these questions, we cannot help with that. But what we can do is offer great audio and video quality at an affordable price. It's time for better sound quality in your life. It's time for Audio World. Audio World, where we're slashing prices on everything from commercial and residential audio and video to LED lighting and installations. Show us a competitor's price, we'll beat it. If we can't beat it, I'll give you the keys to the store. Literally. Audio World. Business you can trust. Sound quality you can feel.
He said you can feel.
Sorry, that was better in my head.
Yo, you read it at a fifth grade.
I felt it.
Yo, you read it at a 5th grade level. That's awesome.
Finally!
So our main topic today, we're going to talk about Little League sports. We're going to talk about our experience in
Thank you,
Little
Lord.
League, how it's benefited us, how we did in Little League, and I guess
Where we went from there.
where we're going to go from there. Like,
Yeah.
how are we going to put our kids in it? So, were you in Little League, Fonz?
I was in Little League. I played Little League baseball, and I was the most flagpoles in Blessed Sacrament history.
What does that mean?
No.
Wait,
Okay.
Wait. What are flagpoles? What do you mean?
Okay, so when you play flag football, I mean, they don't have tackles or they don't have sacks, right? So you.
Flag pulls.
Yeah, flag poles.
I heard flag poles.
I
I'm
heard
like,
flag
you were
poles.
you were the guy.
I was the most flag poles in Blessed Sacrament history. Go Eagles.
So, you were the Von Miller of Blessed Sacrament.
I was a DeMarcus Ware, baby.
Von Miller is a lot better than
He
DeMarcus
would
Ware.
tackle
That's
little
arguable.
kids as
Yeah.
they would pass through.
Yeah.
No.
Say that to a Super Bowl MVP, right? So,
Did you play sports, Bunch? I know you played sports.
yes, I played Little League baseball since I was 4. I played basketball in the Boys and Girls Club,
Nice.
and I think, in regards to Little League, I think that's about it. In Zapata, we didn't have Pop Warner football.
we didn't have
actually.
much of anything.
We didn't have much of anything. Fishing.
Little League
Yeah,
fishing.
Little League fishing. and that's it. I mean, yeah. So what about you?
I was in T-ball. Does that count?
I'm good.
That's Little League.
I sucked ass. I can't. Okay, so this is how bad I
He
was.
hit the tee.
I would hit the tee instead of the ball, and like I kept just like it wouldn't like roll farther enough for me to be able to take the base. So like outs weren't a thing for me, or strikes weren't a thing for me. Like it was just hit it until you can run, and then we'll get you out. Like
That's crazy.
yeah, so I sucked really bad at Little
Quick
League.
question. So, if y'all played Little League baseball, I'm assuming y'all played for a team then, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Different
What team-
teams though.
What team did you play?
I mean, in Zapata, it's different I know in Laredo there was like you're with that same team basically
It's
your
MLB
whole
teams, yeah.
your whole, no I'm talking about basically your whole like childhood.
Oh,
that's
that's
what I
the
heard.
league.
That's what I heard. But in Zapata, like it's randomized unless like your dad's the coach. But yeah, well, I had different teams. Like I remember I was in the Rangers, the Marlins. It's based off of teams, the Longhorns.
I played for the Oakland
and then
Athletics.
the Reds, the Red Sox, bro. And because like I developed a fanship for the Boston Red Sox since in like 2003, 2002, and this was
Good
like in
years.
2008 when my Little League team was the Boston Red Sox. I was like yes, 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 and like I had a question for all of y'all. I mean, did you play Little League?
Did y'all
Yes.
Did you were in Little
What
League?
is Little League?
When you were a kid and you played sports.
Yeah.
I mean, I played basketball when I was like 8.
I think that
in
was
my
like what, the
school.
Boys and Girls Club or like the Spurs
Yeah,
League
that's
or
about-
something like
that's
that.
about-
Okay, so in Little League baseball, did you play Little League in Laredo?
No, I T-ball.
Yes.
Does that count? Is that
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we're in the same boat.
So
We're all
I played for the Orioles.
Okay, so I had a question for you all.
No
'cause
one
y'all,
asked
are,
me.
y'all are from Laredo, and I grew up in Zapata.
Oh.
So when in Little League, bro, it was so passionate. Like the parents would go at it.
Yeah.
Like we would talk.
Like that episode of South Park.
The parents would talk shit to the little kids, and they would talk shit to the other parents. But I remember one time I was talking, like I was in 6th grade, and I was talking shit to my friend who was in the other team.
Yeah.
And his mom was like, "Hey, watch your fucking mouth."
Wow.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I was a prepubescent little 11-year-old, and I'm like, oh shit. And I remember like the parents would get in fights over like decisive calls.
In the one parking lot in Zapata, they get into a fight.
No, we had like 3 fields. But did that ever happen in your experience here in
You know
Laredo?
Uh,
Go.
Okay, so no, yes and no. Okay, so you've obviously had friends on other teams and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And yes, it's cool. Like, I mean, you'd say little things there.
Yeah.
I was the pitcher for my little league, and I would, every time I would do, it's not an intentional foul ball, and it goes towards them.
Yeah.
It's not intentional.
You're a fucking kid.
You're talking
Yeah.
about hitting them like.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, hit
Hitting
it.
that, going that direction, but it's not intentional. It's not.
Yeah,
We're little kids. We don't know our aim yet.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was doing that, and I did it, and it was my homie, it was my front door neighbor actually,
Oh wow.
and I laughed. Me and him looked at each other, we laughed. But then like someone said something. I forgot what it was, but someone told me some shit. And I was like, what? I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I know him.
Like,
No, but yeah, but people parents are competitive, stuff like that.
dude, on Facebook, parents will blow each other up for that shit.
My
In
sister's
Laredo,
a soccer mom. My
100%.
sister's a soccer mom, and I hate her for it. She
Also, that happens.
yeah, my
Quick intermission.
Orly, can you change the batteries on the
Yeah.
on the thing?
this one's fine.
No, on that thing.
Are we still recording audio?
Yeah, we're still.
We're still recording audio. It's fine.
So can I continue speaking?
Yeah, go.
Well, I would hold it for a little bit
Okay.
just in case.
Intermission.
Intermission.
You gotta pop it open.
Should I have
How do you
the
pop it
apple
open?
I
pie?
totally forgot to turn off the AC.
You're gonna edit this out.
No, well, yeah, I'm gonna edit this out, but I totally forgot to edit.
Turn
the
off the
to-
AC. Just in case.
No. Might as well just keep it consistent.
Yeah, I don't really think that it's gonna
It's
affect.
not loud.
No, it's loud.
Oh,
That thing's loud.
you gotta be cool.
But you gotta readjust.
Okay, turn it on the middle.
This one?
Yeah.
Bartender staff does it all, bro. Look at
Damn,
him.
you kind of kicked up. Or
How's it look? Oh,
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Yeah.
So I've actually seen in soccer because in Zapata we didn't have soccer. So when I moved to Laredo, I've seen like fights of families at like Slaughter Park over little soccer games. Over soccer games, bro. Your kids are 5.
Yo.
Your kids are fucking 5 years old,
Yeah.
and you're fighting over a soccer match.
Dude.
And the police have to go to Slaughter Park
Wow.
But
and stop fights
Someone's
because
getting tased.
parents decided to get passionate over a fucking little kid's soccer game. Do you know how pathetic it is? And La Gordiloca was there.
dude.
Oh.
You were gonna say something, son?
No, I was gonna say, like, isn't that like an ongoing like joke as far as Texas is concerned? Like, isn't it always like Texans are so like
High school. I
obsessed
think with like
with their
high school football.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
because,
so.
dude, small towns in Texas.
That's all they got going for them, right?
Small towns in Texas literally depend on their high school sports to fucking thrive, or like that's like where most of their energy goes into.
Yeah.
Like if you've seen fucking Saturday Night Lights or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That's based
Friday
in
Night
Texas.
Lights, yeah.
I mean Friday Night Lights. Saturday Night Lights
is what we do.
Yeah. No, Friday Night Lights. That's based in Texas. And the way they portray that city, where they fucking fully back the varsity team at all costs, that's really how it is in Texas.
And I'm an example of that.
You're an example because Zapata's
I
small
grew up
enough.
in a small town. You're a kid. Okay, so when I was in kindergarten, you look at these varsity players
Stars.
as stars. They would come to our elementary school and have parades.
Oh my
like
God.
secondary pep rallies
That's
to
wild.
pump us 5-year-olds up.
See,
and I was lucky that I knew one of my. So when I was in kindergarten, my uncle was a senior there in Zapata High School. So I remember there was a picture of him carrying me.
Oh my
and
God.
I'm there like we would paint our faces, and so it was crazy. And in stores, they would say, little stores would say, "Go Hawks, go!" You don't see that in Laredo. You don't even see even in places like in the north, you can say, "Go Longhorns, go United," or "Go United, go Panthers, go."
Yeah.
In Zapata, you would see
Panthers.
it's you bleed to us, your kid, and it's engraved in you. You bleed
hawk.
maroon and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because Laredo, it's weird because you guys
small town.
would say we're a small town.
There's 7 high schools.
Yeah.
But
We're
we're
a small
fuck.
city.
We're a small city.
Yeah.
We're a small city, but
Yeah.
we're big enough that we have, these high schools, and we're big enough to where we don't have that loyalty like that. Zapata has and stuff
no,
like that.
dude.
Maybe the sections of Laredo do have that
Nixon
loyalty.
does, dude. Nixon's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Central Laredo's
Dude,
no,
no,
on
fucking
Nixon.
Martin is
Yeah.
crazy,
Martin's
bro.
Martin's
fucking
crazy.
Martin, fucking
That's-
tiger blood
my dad
since like
saw Martin,
1800s,
yeah.
bro.
He's
Like,
built some-
But the thing is with us in Zapata, we knew we can
gonna
give
be a
you
hawk.
yes, you're gonna be a hawk, and we could give you scores on old games.
Wow.
Yeah, like old.
I don't know the scores of my games that I played.
No,
And where's the fucking thing?
it's absolute crazy.
Don't bring it up.
Bring it up.
And everyone's gonna be there on Friday night at Zapata Hawks game.
They made these for us.
No.
They would have made these.
Is that what you were talking
and
about?
I own cups. I own those cups of the whole roster of the
Nice,
Zapata Hawks
guys,
football
nice.
team.
You had the T-shirts.
I'm keeping it next to me for the rest of the podcast.
Okay, yes. Did you? Okay, when you're in elementary, did you have United Longhorns football shirts?
No.
We did. They would sell in elementary and middle school.
My elementary was a funnel to United.
Yes.
I went to Catholic school.
No. But did they sell?
Matias.
Did they sell United High School football
Nothing at all.
shirts?
no.
But
They would
check it
sell
out.
Zapata High School.
Like,
football,
already predicting,
the
like,
football,
yeah.
football season. They would sell to the kids in our
Like,
elementary
that's where you're
schools.
going.
Yeah.
I'm
I
assuming,
mean, because that's the only high school.
I'm assuming the coaches would scale you hasta que fucking Pee-wee.
You knew.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have Pee Wee football in Zapata actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, hasta que fucking middle school
Yes,
football.
but you know,
you're
but you know.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kind of
weird.
crazy.
But that, honestly though, I love that about Texas.
Yes.
There's no way this shit happens in fucking Minnesota.
This
or
happens.
or Nebraska.
This happens in Florida and
Florida,
California.
and
California,
Alabama
Georgia.
and stuff like that. Yes.
Maybe the southern states for some
Yes.
reason.
You know how my dad got me to like football? I didn't like football. I didn't like flag football. I didn't like none of it, right? But my dad, he was a smart man, right? And he goes, for every fucking sack that you get as a kid, I'm going to buy you a DS game. And he never got it.
I know. What the
He
fuck?
didn't live through with it.
What classical conditioning is that, bro?
He like,
My dad told me something similar. For every flag that I would get in a game, like a flag football game in elementary, I would get $5.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so my dad said something different. If you don't get a flag, you don't eat.
That's why he's skinny. Okay.
Look at me.
So, but no,
Dude, that
I
puts
just
me off.
no, I get you, but I'm in basketball though, because when I was a kid, not now because I didn't grow enough to be good anymore, but at the time when everyone was the same fucking height, I was really good at basketball, and my dad would criticize me after the game, and
shit.
I was 8 years
Crying in
old,
the car.
and he would like, you could have done this, you could have done that. Did y'all parents do that, bro? Because I would
Yes.
get so heated with my dad. I would be defensive. But then now I'm realized, me as a 24-year-old, it's like, my dad was right. Like, constructive criticism is good. Did you all experience that?
Okay, so I have something to say about that. My dad, he's played football in Mexico. He played football in Mexico since he was fucking 4 years old. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how long. He played his whole entire life, and I didn't start playing until 8th grade, right? So to him, that was kind of like, oh, like he felt kind of weird about that, you know? And then especially, I joined band in 6th grade, so that was like a stab to the heart to him.
Sounds like High School Musical, dude.
No, and he told me that later, you know, so it was hilarious. But when I actually started playing football, and he was very supportive, very coaching, because he was a coach himself afterwards. He played in college and a semi-pro team in Mexico as well. Yeah, he played quarterback. You know, I didn't. I didn't
nice.
play quarterback.
No,
yeah.
we know.
I didn't play quarterback.
You talk about your arms.
Right? He has the same arms. It doesn't make sense.
Nah,
But he played throughout his entire life. So then when I started playing, he was very supportive, very coaching in a way. Now, my mom, on the other hand, she also played sports. But I specifically remember, maybe this sums it all up. There was one game in high school that I missed a tackle in, right? And it was I played defense.
It happens, King.
I missed the tackle, and it was a super easy tackle for me to get, and it was because I had shitty form or whatever. My mom told me, every tackle that you miss, I'm going to kick your ass.
Shit.
And when I say that, I mean literally kick my ass. She roundhouse kicked my ass the night after that game.
Holy shit.
So after that, I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking miss any tackles anymore.
And that's when Gus became defensive player of the year.
So the next game, I got a defensive MVP. I swear.
Oh
So
shit.
going back to Mexico, okay, so I got scouted for like Mexico when I was like 11 or 12. I got scouted to play in Mexico. No Ladero. Those little kids start pitching when they're like 8, like 7.
baseball.
Yes.
Yes. So I got a bunch of shit. Bro, I got told to go back to Laredo. I got told to go back to the States when I started playing there. Dude, they were super good. They were right next to me. One of my teammates, homie, Eduardo Mata, he went to the Little League World Series.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
A lot of people from our class in high school, they went to the Little League World Series.
Yeah.
World
damn.
Oh
Series.
yeah, so I played with him. I came back to Laredo. I was like, I'm never going back there, dude. I'm never going back there, Dad. Like, fuck this. They hit me in my ankle. I'm like 12 years old. I'm trying not to bust a tear. I'm like, it sucked. But they're super competitive because like, no Laredo too. They're not as developed as we are.
Yeah.
It sucks.
They're hungrier.
Yes, they have so much talent. They want to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what my favorite thing about Little League sports though was like the fucking parties at like Peter Piper's and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, like I remember like after a football game, we would play over here by the public library. You know those fucking soccer fields. We play our games there, and then afterwards I was like, dude, I can't wait to play.
If that
Parents who would bring Subway. Oh.
No, there was McDonald's. I was like, dude, I can't wait. I hope they made it plain and dry.
It was never a full meal.
I hope it was plain and dry.
Fuck
bro.
yeah,
It was
dude.
never the full meal though. It was just the burger.
And I was the biggest kid. I needed two.
If that was your favorite part of the game, then you weren't very good.
No, you would look into like because the parents would. I experienced this in Little League baseball. The parents would rotate.
Yeah.
So whenever like the parent that would bring Pizza Hut, I love you.
Bro, my parents hated when it was their turn, bro. They hated. They're like, fuck. No, they're like, fuck, we have to get.
They bought the Sam's Club pizza.
Those Sam's Club pizzas.
No, but in
Dang,
Zapata, it was a flex.
Yeah.
Really?
In Zapata, it was a flex on what your parents were gonna bring
Oh.
after the game.
That's so small town Texas. Like,
That is, dude.
that's
And I-
quintessential small town
and
Texas.
I experienced that. So I have another question. Like, are y'all gonna? Or I guess let me ask this later. Are there any benefits to being a part of the Little League?
You
I
know
guess?
what? You know what? Playing Little League and I think I guess from my perspective, the biggest thing that you get is that you develop like a sense of like working. You develop a sense of like fucking camaraderie. You know, you develop the whole like social skills. Like I was a shy little kid growing up, you know. So then getting thrown into football with the older kids and the younger kids, and you know they'll make fun of you and they'll tell you shit, whatever. But at the end of the day, you were friends, you know? So that kind of puts you in that space where you're like, you know what, I'm not so afraid to be me, or I'm not so afraid because I know that these guys have me, you know? I think that's a big advantage of sports as in general, you know? It's just like you get to make friends and you get to, you know, more confidence, I guess, in yourself.
And that goes on to like high school, middle school, and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. But it starts off with Little League. So what about you, Gus?
I mean, I think sports. Well, how can I fucking start this without fucking sounding like an idiot, right? I can't, right? So I'm just gonna fucking say it. Right now, we're living in a day and age where a lot of people are they're having trouble with their mental health and especially anxiety or depression, right? I personally, I have this thing. I've never researched this. I have no fucking information to back this up. But I think if you're in sports from a young age and you continue that, you might be less likely to develop anxiety or depression. I don't know.
Are you talking about from social skills?
That's
I don't know.
interesting. What makes you say that though?
Because of the way like being in sports is structured.
Okay.
Where it's goal driven, and there's a lot of praise, a lot of camaraderie, like you said. There's a lot of team building and stuff like that. I think that really helps with your mental health. That makes you mentally strong. A lot of things when I was in football that they hammered into us was mental strength. Because when you're in the fourth quarter and you're fucking dying and your body's on the line, what's gonna get you through is how strong you are mentally. How strong you can push through that physical barrier and make yourself do what you need to do. It helps do that job. So that was a big thing in sports growing up, and I think that's very beneficial.
Yeah.
So I think it could help. Having your kid be in sports and be in that kind of thing. I think it could help. When it comes later on in life. I think it might. I don't know.
Oh, no, yeah. I think so. I think just the only problem would be just, like, solely concentrating on sports.
Oh, no. Yeah. Of course, there's other factors involved and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think there might be, and again, I've never researched this, so I don't know this. I could be completely speaking out of my ass, and I could be completely wrong about this.
Yeah.
But, and I am speaking out of my ass because I have no fucking data in front of me. Yeah. Right? But what I'm saying is, I at least from personal experience and from the way I'm picturing it, is that I think it could help at least lessen the probability of developing anxiety or depression.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say probably with anxiety because you kind of get out of your shell.
Yeah.
It forces you to get out of your shell.
For sure.
Work ethic.
There's some development work ethic, and also when it comes to developing social skills, developing friends, because a lot of people that I was in Little League with, that I was in middle school, high school sports with, are friends that I'll have for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I thank my parents for that, for putting me in Little League, I guess. But so would you put your kids in Little League?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sports.
Yeah.
Not baseball.
In sports, in Little League, I refer to like small sports when you're a kid.
Absolutely.
So I can't wait to put Noah into T-ball. I literally can't wait to see him. Even, kids when they're 3 years old, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. But I can't wait for Noah to hit, and then I'm like, Noah, fucking run!
Starting fights and shit.
And then and then he's just there standing like, I can't wait.
You know what? I'm in that boat. I really want my kids to focus on non-contact sports, though.
Yeah, I love football. But I would not put my kid in
and as
football.
somebody who even plays football to this day, man, I know that, like, there's so much shit that goes into it in concussions, and, my brain is all, like, mushy. And
that's why.
I don't want my kids to go through that shit. And I feel like football might not even exist by the time I have kids.
What?
No, I love football. I love football to the death. Like, it's the American sport right now, but I wouldn't put my kids through that.
I would.
Because
I would.
Unless they were a kicker. I've always made this joke that Noah is going to be the kicker for the Texas A&M because of that reason, because the likeliness of concussion. I'd rather have Noah have a torn ACL or a sprained ankle than a fucking
CTE.
concussion, CTE and stuff like that.
I want my kids to play baseball.
No, but I wouldn't put him through football because of that reason, because of the health risk.
Yeah.
Because there's studies showing that football does increase your chances of CTE, and they've studied brains of people like Junior Seau, of Aaron Hernandez, of Chris Benoit, who's not even a fucking...
Don't even get started with that guy.
Not even a football player. That their brains are so fucked up because of head collisions. Yeah. And like I said, this is not a jab at football. I want college football to fucking start already. But I wouldn't put my kid through that.
And speaking of someone who's had a concussion, I've had a concussion myself, dude. Where I'm like, dude, this is the shittiest feeling I've ever had in my life.
Damn.
I don't want to fucking wake up.
You ever had your heart broken?
Aww, Orly.
No. But in all reality, In all reality, having a concussion, it feels like you're fucking drunk for like 3-4 days and you can't get out of that state, and it's ugly.
Sounds like a good time.
No, and I don't ever want my kids to go through that same feeling where they hit head on with like the way.
But I do want to put him. I do want to put him in baseball and basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's, even if they don't like it, at least they get exposed. At least they get exposed to it.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, like I tried to do something and then I'm like, no, I don't like it. But at least you're exposed. At least you're exposed to it. I don't know. I just can't wait to be that little league dad.
Okay, well the sport that I put my kid in is going to depend on who's my wife, because like think about it.
Oh, wait.
I want to hear this.
Curious, yeah.
No, it depends,
because I'm with someone that.
What if my
does
wife
not
is
like
6'3"? And my kid fucking is going to grow up to be like, I mean, it's more likely that he's going to grow up to be taller. He's going to play basketball. I'm going to put that kid in basketball.
But you can put him in both. You
If
can
your
put him
wife's
in both.
6'3", bro, you're the wife.
Whoa.
No, but
Hey.
you can put him in both.
No, obviously, but like, dude, it's a fucking joke, macho.
No, I can't wait to put him, because I'm the guy that's like all sports. I love sports, but then Kat, she has no fucking clue about sports. I have to tell her, hey, this is how basketball works. This is how football works.
Right.
So I mean, I can't wait to see how Noah is, because I don't want him to develop that ignorance of sports that Kat has. I don't. I honestly don't.
Well, I mean, I'd put my kid in football. Like, honestly, like,
If my kid wants to,
I mean, if my kid wants to,
that's you.
That's you, sir. But I mean, if it's my choice, I wouldn't. Unless I'm gonna teach him how to be the best fucking kicker there is. Because
Long snapper. I'm gonna teach my kid how to long snap,
because long
dude.
snappers do get concussions because they have to defend the ball.
Fuck you, baby.
Yeah.
As long as he wears my number, that's all I'm happy with.
Look, in the 5 years that I played football, I've never had a concussion. The concussions I've experienced have been, I think, maybe like 2 or 3 that I've experienced, like that people in my team have experienced. And it just comes from shitty form. Like, you just learn.
It's also position. Yeah. It's also position.
It's also hard to get concussions when you don't play.
Yeah, it is.
I have a very serious take on this. My take on this is this: when you play DB, when you play receiver, you're not making a lot of contact. You do eventually, but
you know who gets concussions?
O-line, D-line.
O-line and D-line.
What is it? Fucking O-line, D-line. Yeah.
It's just constant headbutting all fucking day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, you think my kid? Look at me.
You're gonna have DB kids.
My kid's gonna be QB, receiver, or DB.
My kid's being the center. Like, I know it. It's destined.
Yeah. I feel like, because I'm sure a running back.
That's also one of the worst.
Yes,
ones,
I know. That's why I want to put
always-
Noah as a kicker. Even though he's gonna be short, he's gonna have to kick him even longer, I guess.
You better practice. Put it in the backyard already.
Yeah. So
would you enroll your kids in sports?
How do you feel about it, so?
I think it's whatever they want. Like, if they want to be in something like some sort of like UIL type shit, go ahead. They want to be in sports, like, go ahead.
It's not bad.
Shut up.
I did both.
Yeah, like it's whatever they want. Like, if it's in something where they're like injury prone, hopefully they learn, But yeah, whatever they want, whatever the kid wants at the end of the day.
You know, what'd be sick is if your kid does football and band and they come out midway and they play like the fucking.
You see that in small cities?
Yeah.
You don't see that here.
You don't see that here?
I've seen it.
In Glee?
Dude, High School Musical, bro. That's what he just fucking described.
Yeah, I've seen it in Nixon and Martin where some of the football players they'll run onto the field and they play clarinet or play saxophone and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, that's fucking sick.
But it's because, like, to be honest, LISD schools suck at football compared to UISD schools, where in UISD schools
It sounds like
you need to be in one sport. You need to be in that one sport, and you need to be dedicated in it because you ain't gonna play, son.
I think it ties into whatever, like, I was trying to tell, like, Gus and Fonz outside, which is, like, there's this sort of, like, when you start off young and then it kind of builds up to middle school and high school, there's this, like, anticipation or this expectation where it's like, okay, now you're going to go fucking with a scholarship with this sport and I don't know what the fuck, whatever, blah, blah. And to me, that just seems like, it seems not impossible, but like
Unrealistic.
Yeah. Like I'm not about that. Just because to me after that, like, it's a whole shit show, and I'm not about that.
You should teach your kids
School.
that they're not that they're not going to get a scholarship
Oh, yeah.
to the University of Alabama. They're not going to get a sports scholarship, so they need to focus on school.
That's what I was telling
It's
homeboys
realistic.
over here.
You could be the best you can be.
Okay.
You should try to be the best you can be at your sport.
Yeah.
But
fun.
in reality, have fun. It's all about having fun. It's all about character development. If there's anything that I learned in sports when it came to baseball, when it came to cross country in high school, it was more character development. What's called, I guess, being glad that I developed the friendships that I have. And because, like I said, character development, one of the people that I look up to the most was my coach, my cross country coach in high school. But guess what? I didn't get any scholarship offers to any universities. So, like I said, we need to teach our kids that you're more than